Today I'm putting in the weather stripping here for this removable rear window on the 69 Corvette. And so I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. And so just a note, it's a lot easier if you do this before you put your seats in, or remove the seats if you're going to do this, because, oh man, it's really tight trying to squeeze back in here with the seats in. So what I'm doing, I don't even know what I'm doing really. I bought this car, it was just a shell, so I never took the weather stripping out of here, so I'm just kind of trying to figure this out as I go. So it looks like this is the direction it goes in, and there's kind of a lip that goes over this edge here, and there's 4 screws around each corner here. And so I struggled with it at first. I tried taping it in, so you can see I got tape up here. That didn't work, so then that's when I realized it's probably easier. So I put this screw in here, you know, just kind of pulled it down nice and tight where it fits the corner. I put that screw in. Then on this side, you got to stretch it, put that screw in, and then I just worked back and forth putting these screws in. So that'll at least hold it in place, and then you can kind of pull this up to get the glue in there. And so I'm going to use the 3M Super Black or whatever the hell they call it. I'll show you here in a minute. But anyway, sorry about the lighting. It's pretty bad in here. But so hopefully the glue is tacky enough to, you know, to keep this in place, because it's kind of just dangling up here at the top. There's no other screws. You just got to kind of fit it in there. But it does have these little cutouts right here. You can see where it's cut there and there. And that goes around your latch here. So I'm gonna get some glue on this, and then I'll probably just tape it in place and see how that works. So before I glue this, I went ahead and put a sheet down here. That way if I get a little wild with the glue, I won't get it all over my carpet there. I'm also using, let's see, here's the glue. This is the 3M Black Super Weather Strip and Gasket Adhesive 08008. So I've never actually used this particular glue before, so I tested it on a small little spot just to see how quick it sets up. And it's already nice and tacky, and it's not leaving any residue on my finger, but it's sticky though. And that's only been maybe a couple of minutes. So probably just squeeze it on there, let it set for a minute or so, and then, I don't know, maybe stick it on. So that's what I'm gonna try. So the sheet was a good idea, because I got crazy with this stuff. It's everywhere. It's not really that bad actually. So I just ran a small bead all the way around, and it's actually holding in place pretty much all on its own. And basically I started down here and I just went all the way around. By the time I got to the other end, I started pushing this side on, and that was pretty much long enough for it to set up. And I just did a thin bead, you know, all the way. Nothing crazy, because it spreads out pretty nice. So now I'm just going to put the window in it to push pressure against it, and I think that'll pretty much do it. I was going to try and tape it all in there, you know, but that's kind of dumb. I can just put the window in, right? So I'm going to try that, put the window in and see if that works. Okay, so I got the window in, and so that's working nice to keep the weather stripping, you know, up there nice and tight until it dries. It was a little difficult to get the window in, because these latches, it was really hard to close the latch because the weather stripping is brand new. And so I guess until it kind of breaks in and kind of, you know, gets a little softer, it's hard to close the latch. So I had to loosen up the screws here and slide the latch back as far as I could to free up a little bit of space. I don't even have the front 2 screws in yet. So yeah, heads up on that. Almost feels like you're gonna break it trying to close the latch, but it worked out nice, so it'll hold that till the glue dries. So that's pretty much it for this project here. I thought it was going to be a little bit more difficult. When I first started working on it, I was struggling to get back in there because of the seats were in there. I was like, oh, this is going to take all day. But anyway, that wasn't so bad. Next project I'm going to do is these T-tops. So I'll do a little video on these. And I got to dig around in my basement and try and find all the rest of the parts. I got a couple of pieces missing. So that's the next one. And that's pretty much it for the window. So hopefully that helped you out, and we'll see you in the next video.